Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nick Aldis has firmly established himself in WWE as the general manager of SmackDown. However, wrestling veteran Vince Russo believes that Gunther should beat the official to take over his authority role on the blue brand. Nick Aldis debuted in WWE in 2023. While many expected the 38-year-old to be an active in-ring competitor, he was revealed as the general manager of SmackDown. The former NWA champion has done a tremendous job in the official role, establishing his authority on the blue brand. Speaking on wrestling's Legion of Raw, Vince Russo pointed out that two babyface general managers add nothing to WWE programming. The veteran suggested that Gunther should beat Aldis to take over his powers. Russo also added that Gunther should take over the GM role and hand it over to Ludwig Kaiser. Despite being effectively retired, Nick Aldis has not ruled out returning to the squared circle. However, fans are still waiting for the SmackDown general manager to have his first match in WWE. In the ever-evolving world of professional wrestling, change is constant, and the power dynamics within major promotions such as WWE continue to shift. One of the more intriguing scenarios that have been discussed recently by both fans and insiders is the idea of the current WWE champion defeating Nick Aldis and subsequently taking control of the authority position within the company. This storyline, according to an exclusive interview with a wrestling veteran, could be a game-changing move that redefines the WWE landscape. The evolution of WWE's authority figures. Before diving into the specifics of this storyline, it's important to first understand the history of authority figures in WWE. For decades, WWE has been known for its dramatic and often controversial authority figures who play pivotal roles in shaping storylines and controlling the fate of the wrestlers in the promotion. From the early days of general managers like Eric Bischoff and Stephanie McMahon, to the infamous Mr. McMahon character, the authority figure has always had an outsized influence on the direction of the company. In recent years, the concept of an authoritative figure has shifted. While WWE Chairman Vince McMahon is still considered the ultimate authority, the rise of on-screen general managers and commissioners like Adam Pearce, Sonya Deville, and Shane McMahon has created a more complex web of leadership. However, these characters are often seen as pawns in a larger story, rather than true power players themselves. Fans and insiders alike have long speculated that WWE might need a fresh face in charge, someone who can not only bring a new level of intensity to the product but also assert dominance over the entire roster. The current WWE champion, who could take the reins? The idea of a current WWE champion assuming the role of authority is one that could breathe new life into the product. The question, of course, is who would be the most effective candidate to step into this role. While there are several current champions in WWE who could theoretically take the reins, the one who stands out the most is none other than Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion. Reigns, who has been the top heel in WWE for several years now, has transformed himself from the polarizing figure fans once saw him as to a dominant, unstoppable force. His reign as Universal Champion has been characterized by his ruthless tactics, manipulation of the environment around him, and his ability to control the narrative of the show. His partnership with Paul Heyman has only strengthened his position, and many believe that it's only a matter of time before he transitions into an even higher role within WWE. Wrestling veteran and former WWE superstar X, who wishes to remain anonymous for this interview, believes that Reigns taking control of WWE would be a natural evolution for his character. Roman Reigns is one of the best things to happen to WWE in the past decade, says X. He's become a true leader, both in the ring and in terms of how he carries himself outside of it. His current character, the Tribal Chief, has resonated with fans in ways that were unexpected. If he were to take on the role of authority figure, it would feel like a culmination of everything he's worked for. This isn't just some generic heel champion, this is someone who is truly in control. The role of Nick Aldis in the storyline. While Roman Reigns is the ideal candidate to assume the authority role, the path to power would not be without obstacles. One of the most intriguing challenges would be the rise of Nick Aldis, a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion who has garnered significant praise for his work both inside and outside of the ring. Aldis has been a standout performer in promotions such as NWA and Impact Wrestling, but his potential jump to WWE would add a new layer of excitement to this storyline. Aldis has long been known for his ability to command attention, and his no-nonsense attitude would make him a perfect foil to Reigns' reign of dominance. In fact, an Aldis-Reigns rivalry could be a main event program for the ages, with Aldis attempting to challenge Reigns for his position at the top while also vying for control of the entire company. If WWE were to bring Nick Aldis in, he could be the perfect foil for Roman, explains X. Aldis is someone who knows how to build a story, and he's got the kind of charisma and presence that can go toe-to-toe with someone like Roman. The storyline would be electric. Aldis wants to take over, but Roman is already entrenched in that role. It's a battle of egos, and the audience will eat it up. The dynamic between Reigns and Aldis would be one of contrast. Reigns' current persona is all about family and respect, with the bloodline playing a central role in his character. On the other hand, Aldis is more of a traditionalist, someone who respects the history of wrestling, but isn't afraid to do whatever it takes to achieve his goals. This contrast would make their rivalry incredibly compelling, as each man would be fighting not only for power, but for the soul of WWE itself. The battle for WWE's soul. The storyline would not be limited to just a series of in-ring matches between Reigns and Aldis. In fact, it would be much more than that. The battle for WWE's soul would see the two men engage in psychological warfare, attempting to outsmart and outmaneuver each other at every turn. Reigns, being the more manipulative of the two, would likely utilize his connections to the bloodline and Paul Heyman to maintain his grip on power. Meanwhile, Aldis, a more traditionalist in terms of his approach, would attempt to build alliances with other top wrestlers in the company. The conflict could also lead to some major shakeups within the WWE roster. Wrestlers who have long been loyal to Reigns' reign of dominance might start to question his leadership, while others who have been biding their time for a chance to strike could begin to rally behind Aldis' vision for the company. The power struggle would force WWE to reckon with its future, and the implications of this battle would affect every aspect of the promotion, from the creative direction to the internal politics. This kind of story could do wonders for WWE, says X. It brings an element of unpredictability. It's not just about who's the better wrestler. This is about who has the vision and the ambition to take WWE into the next era. It's a story that could carry WWE through an entire year of programming. The fallout. What happens after the battle? Should Roman Reigns ultimately defeat Nick Aldis in this power struggle, the question remains, what would happen next? How would Reigns handle the authority role once he has solidified his control over WWE? For one, the entire structure of WWE would need to be redefined. With Reigns now firmly in charge, the landscape of WWE programming would undoubtedly shift. Reigns, being the astute businessman and manipulator that he is, would likely implement a more ruthless, no-nonsense approach to the product. I can see Roman running WWE with an iron fist, X comments. It wouldn't be about making friends or trying to appease everyone. Roman would be focused on one thing, making WWE the dominant force in professional wrestling, and he wouldn't hesitate to make tough decisions to get there. There's no room for softness when you're in charge, however. This would also open the door for fresh rivalries and opportunities for younger talent to rise up and challenge Reigns' authority. Much like the corporate takeover angle that has worked in the past with figures like Mr. McMahon, Reigns could become the figurehead that other stars rally against. Fans would be itching to see which new challenger would step up to take him down. Alternatively, if Nick Aldis were to triumph over Reigns and assume control of WWE, his more traditionalist approach could lead to a return to classic wrestling storytelling. It could be a world where title matches are built with more emphasis on wrestling and storytelling, rather than just gimmicks and larger-than-life personas. Aldis' reign as the authority figure would certainly appeal to long-time wrestling purists who yearn for a return to the sport's golden age. Conclusion. The idea of the current WWE champion, such as Roman Reigns, defeating Nick Aldis and assuming control of WWE as an authority figure could change the trajectory of the company in profound ways. It's a storyline that combines elements of power struggles, psychological warfare, and long-term storytelling that could captivate audiences for months to come. Whether Reigns or Aldis takes the reins, one thing is for certain: the wrestling world would never be the same again. The implications for WWE's future are limitless, and as fans continue to debate who would be the better authority figure, one thing is clear: this is the kind of storyline that could push WWE into its next era of dominance. The stage is set for a new era, and the question is not who will hold the title, but who will hold the power. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.